Hello everyone, my name is Clantis and welcome to the clan. So without further ado, let's get into this video. I need to run to bed. I'm just an irresponsible adult coming at this time of the morning. Anyways, guys, let's get into the video. Thank you so much, guys, for liking the video. And thank you so much for everybody that is subscribing to the channel. You are warmly welcome. Here you are allowed to have an opinion. None of us here is an expert. None of us here is a lawyer. None of us here is a judge, but we do have opinions because we got noggins that we rub together, and then we have these opinions according to what we see, observe, and also things that don't make sense and things that also make sense. And then you come here as a self-appointed expert, and then you let us know what is in your noggin. So let's start with this video and start with the self-appointed experts. And your first comment comes from Cynthia, who says, Ntutuko, you are an expert, but remember, self-appointed expert. I just said that. Yes, indeed. That's what we are here on the clan. We are self-appointed experts. Faith says, clan, did you see Vaseline smile when Tani Vivian was giving a description of Ndanzi's state the day he was giving a statement? He was even underlining those sentences. Yeah, I did see that. The application was granted yesterday, Jiggy. I must say, Vaseline and Ratata knows how to irritate or make someone to lose focus or pull the PhD syndrome. It wasn't necessary to read all those case laws. Why didn't they do that yesterday? In some professions, you need to grow a thick skin. I also felt that Judge Rata made an order yesterday. Jiggy today, he goes against the order of calling or recalling Mboto. He made an order. Okay, I don't know if judges are allowed to recall their own orders. I do not know. But I was a little bit confused. I was like, okay, clearly there was a caucus somewhere where Advocate Baloyi went to this. I'm not saying it happened. I'm just using my little imagination. Maybe he went to the judge and said, why are you throwing me under the bus with the Mboto guy? We have Advocate Mgomezulu who wins 89% of cases. Let me remind you, 89% of the cases. And now you're going to be bringing Mboto and he's going to have him for lunch. So you better have a certain precedent or whatnot not to get away from Mboto being recalled. That's how I felt, though. I'm not saying that's what happened, but that's how I felt. But at the same time, I understood those case laws that the judge read out, that you must not recall the witness that already completed the cross-examination for whatever purposes, I was like, okay, you know what? The judge is also persuaded by these precedences. So I thought, okay, I'll respect that. But at the same time, what happened since yesterday? Okay, the day before yesterday, that made him change his mind. Anyways, let's continue. This is Moho. I think that's how you pronounce your name. Correct me if I'm wrong. Moho says, Clantis, I like you. Oh, thank you so much for that. I also lost my excitement with Mgomezulu today when he lost the opportunity to re-examine Mboto and the gang. If it smells like a rat, it is a rat. But Ndanzi is definitely screwed if nothing changes. Sap's fingers crossed. I would not necessarily say that he lost the opportunity, because if you think about it, the case laws that the judge read out to him, if I was in his position, okay, if I was in Ramusipili's position as an instructing attorney, I would have also played my cards a little closer and say, maybe we should withdraw this one, because clearly the decision at the end is going to be an egg on our faces. That's how I felt, and that is why I think they kind of like withdrew that request or application from the judge. Coin Music says, I think Ngomezulu is waiting for tomorrow's cross-examination. Hence Mboto is still around. He has a point there. He don't want to make them suspicious. Oh, okay. I like that as well. I like that that point of view. I like that point of view as well. Yeah, I like that point of view. But I just thought maybe because this whole thing has something to do with the fact that the president, it persuades the judge to rule against Ngomezulu, but he says he can use his discretion and therefore allowed him to recall what's his name, Mbuto. Caesar says, Caesar says, a judge must be careful of Ngomezulu. You can see him that he's a Zulu man. That Cronje also wastes time. Firstly, she prat Afrikaans, jiggy jiggy, English speaking, wukom. Welcome to South Africa. We are allowed, you know, we are allowed. There will be Togoloshe that will shut Baloy judge. Somebody sent Togoloshe to the judge today. That's why he was well behaved. Taba says Baloy and judge were showing off today that they can speak Afrikaans. You know, I always felt that, you know, the old timers, the ones that whenever they speak to you, they add some Totsital, that whole group, except for Mumalo, as well as, Mshololo. But, you know, from from Baloy, the judge, and the translators, you can tell these are the 1970s kids. And definitely they would know how to speak Afrikaans, because at one point they almost were forced to speak Afrikaans because the medium of instruction at their schools in Bantu education was going to be Afrikaans. And fortunately in 1976, June 16, they said, hell to the no. That's what played in my head when I was looking at them and listening to them. So, of course, they're going to know Afrikaans very well. I also know Afrikaans, but the thing is, I know Afrikaans because I was forced into learning Afrikaans. I went to an all-white school for a very long time. I was the only black kid, and there was only English and Afrikaans that we learned. And then you can choose either French, Latin, or Spanish on other languages that you can choose from, and none of it was a South African black language, which was quite ironic, I thought. But anyways, Yvonne says Ntanzi's recording was done without his permission, therefore it cannot be used in court. I like that. I like that. Secondly, this is contradicting to what the first witness said, because he saw injuries caused by handcuff. But this magistrate saw nothing corner of maybe Ntanzi was considering confessing for money at some point. You need to be careful though, even if you are promised. Okay, I want to say this. In fact, you just remind me of something. If you ever find yourself in a situation where you are caught by the police and they want you to confess something and they say they're going to give you something in return, say no, because this is exactly what is going to happen to you. They're going to throw you under the bus and you will go and serve a prison term for a very long time for something you did not do simply because you thought they were going to give you money. So just don't do it, period. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Mojo says, the woman is lying. I love how the clan is so straightforward with their words. They don't mince them. Why on earth would anyone be happy to give statement after killing someone? Like, for real now. Seriously. Especially high profile case, the woman thinks we are idiots. I also have an issue with somebody that's, you know, you just kill somebody and then from there, what do you go and do? You're going, okay. Praise God. Mvubo says, it does not add up what Miss Cronje has testified. Ntanzi was in no way happy that day because he hasn't bathed ever since incarcerated. Hasn't get in touch with the family and his child. Never. The lawyer was Geninda's. Yeah, that's another thing. And another thing that is also telling. Ntanzi said he was arrested on June 16th. And then all this time he was not charged and then he did not meet the magistrate. And now on the 24th, he's making a confession. Not bathed, couldn't call his family, couldn't do anything. How is this going to be admissible? I want to know. I'm very interested in hearing how this is going to be admissible. And another thing, the lawyer, I'll still say, contact off. Contact off with the lawyer, shame. Contact off. Sinta says, Giaco is Zungu. At this point, anything is possible. He is like the intruder at the Kumalo house. There was no intruders. Same goes with his ghost lawyer, Giaco. This Cronier Afrikaner is a liar. I suspect she received a brown envelope. See, lies and corruption has no skin color. Yeah, just like I was saying yesterday, or was it yesterday, the day before yesterday's video, that skin color has no, it doesn't have truth or lies or anything like that. If you're a liar, period. And the other thing that you just reminded me I wanted to talk about in this matter, there's a point that you made that I want to make. What is that point again? She received the brown envelope. She lies under corruption. Okay, I forgot my chain of thoughts. There's something that I wanted to say that this comment reminded me, but I'm not quite sure where I saw that. But anyways, let's continue with this. Oh yeah, now remember. I suspect, I'm not saying this is true. I suspect that this Gininda person, it's possible that he was going around looking for people that are compromised. If you are a magistrate who was corrupt before, and then maybe you have a case pending, he may have approached and said, I can make this go away if you're going to do this for me in return. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm not saying that's what happened, but I am just thinking like, something doesn't add up here, and why they are doing what they are doing. There's a possibility. This is South Africa at the end of the day. If you've been corrupt and you are known to be corrupt and probably you have taken bribes before, and then there's a DC that's facing you, and then he'll approach and say, I can make it go away, but there's the statement, you're going to go to take the stand, and this is what you are going to say. I'm not saying she did it. I'm not saying that is the case. I don't know. I'm just rubbing my two IQs, I suppose. Yvonne says, but then again, maybe Ntanzi mentioning not bathing, no contact with family since he got arrested was his way of crying for help. Yeah, okay, probably. Like he was hoping that Cronier will see and also realize that something ain't right with this suspect and question some few things. Deborah says, it is strange indeed. Guys, which evidence is crucial? The take or the paper confession? Mr. Giaco, a silent lawyer. I think if you're going to confess verbally, it's going to be reduced into writing into a statement, because that is what is going to be read out in court. That is if that's how I understood it. And I hope I understood your comment as well. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, Deborah, I misunderstood you. And then we have Merv Dawkins who says, the fact is why crime scene was clean, why Senzo's phone was just Jig was found, or Jiggy was found at the hospital, why swim swap was made if was a robbery gone wrong, why Kelly refused with the ID, why Kelly switched off lights in the house and called top police to return police back, not enter crime scene, why Kelly was being linked to accuse number 5. Well, let's hear during closing arguments how the defense lawyers are going to argue all these points, which are very, very valid as far as I'm concerned. Merv continues to say, she lies that they work together with Baloyi. We need the lawyer who was present and naked photos of Ntanzi as proof that that was taken before confession. Ntanzi did not kill Senzo. Why is Fiso's video testified that Makubo was being threatened to leave case 375, and why was this open? I think this court at this point in time, it does not see that docket as yet until it is brought to the attention of this judge through an application. So as long as the defense is not bringing 375 to the fore, it's going to remain in the back burner until something or somebody brings it forward. Zanele says Giaco is true lawyer or fake. I don't know. At this point in time, anything is possible. Somebody said it is a Zoom. I don't know. Deborah says, it is strange indeed. Guys, which evidence is crucial? Okay, I think I just read that. Okay, which evidence is crucial? The tape or the paper confession? Mr. Giago, a silent lawyer. Yeah, I did read that. Chuku says, this is very painful. I can't say anything anymore. And then Busisere says, you and me both. It almost feels like this court is trying to break us first, the public, to a point where we no longer pay attention to it and move on with our lives, so they can sneak things in and nobody is held accountable, meaning the people that actually killed Senzo Meyiwa are not held accountable. So I say, let's soldier on, soldiers. Let's soldier on, in as much as this is irritating and so dim. I'm also done mentally. But we need to hold our officials accountable if they are doing something wrong, because tomorrow it might be you and me, you know, or somebody we love might find themselves in this situation. So no, they must know that South Africans are resilient and they will not allow this to happen ever. So let's soldier on, guys. Let's soldier on. Rufus says, Ntanzi did nothing wrong during Advocate Defu. Masilela, this shenanigan Rata Mutkwatling and Baloyi will not happen. They took advantage. He was afraid to talk about torturing because Kininda was outside. He was told, just go and sign, because he was afraid of his life. Even accused number 3 was always torturing at Maximum Correctional Center. He was always complaining to Defu. Wow. Yeah, well, let the truth come out. Let the truth come out. And I believe that the truth will prevail. Lies will never win the day. Absolutely not. All these people that are taking the stand, if they are indeed lying, woe on them. That's all I'll say. Them and their generations. Yvonne says, please balance me. Okay. Yvonne says, please balance me. Was Ntanzi not the one who fired his lawyer because lawyer wanted him to confess for the crime he didn't do? Because I'm sure there was a story like that at some point. I don't know. I was not following this case, as you guys already know. It's only now that I am following it. So I wouldn't know, Shem. I'm sorry. I can't be of help on this one. Tulani says, I don't know how many times I came to check for this video. Thank you, Clantus. Oh, thank you so much. I looked at accused number 2's face. Kwavele usizi. I did. Oh yeah, somebody was asking me why they were separated. This is now a trial within a trial, so of course they will be removed from the other 3, right? Yeah, they will be removed from the other 3, and then there was, I don't know how the court works in a situation like this where you are all in court for a common purpose, and then 2 of you or 1 of you, they have a trial within a trial. I think they will separate you guys. Or they will separate the accused from the common dock, and they will have their own dock. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. That's just me and my little brain. Somebody said I have a little brain. So I admit, me and my little brain, me and my 2 IQs, we never claimed that we're smart. Ever. Deborah says, oh, okay. Deborah's comment is sticking around. It's not going anywhere. Novula says, I'm curious to know who recommended this lawyer to Ntanzi. Was he even recommended is the question, or he was imposed? Remember, Ntanzi's never been arrested before, so he doesn't know how all these things work. So if he's told that there's a lawyer for you and who is already briefed on what he needs to advise Ntanzi, I think with me too, who's never been arrested before, yes, maybe with me, I will ask a lot of questions. A lot of questions. I think I'll be a pain in the neck before I do anything. But then again, you must understand, Ntanzi, at the time, he was still like in his early 20s, 23, 24 years old, or something like that when this happened to him. So I think age does play a role. I could be wrong. I do not know what had happened. Louis says there is just one platform. Oh, Louis says there is just one problem here. Why are they listening to the recordings? The court must make transcripts of the recordings. It follows transcripts added into the bundles so there can be proper cross-examination, lest we won't even know what would have transpired in the venue where they will be sitting quietly listening to the so-called recording. At this point, I'm wondering about what's his name, Mnisi. I know that he's going to be given an opportunity at some point, but he has a job and a half to complete, that mister, as far as I am concerned. Sipati says, the happy element makes me doubt this lady. Who does that? Who comes all happy and says, Yakala manje, yeah, take down this, I'm willing to confess. No. Seriously, I'm having an issue with that as well. And also, why was the suspect accompanied by a whole battalion? As for lawyers, people are chasing up or cashing up money, brother. Yeah. If this is exactly how we think it is, it's sad that there are people out there that plays with other people's lives. And why are they going to win at the end of the day is what I want to know. How is it going to work for you? When you are playing with somebody else's life, how do you think it's going to play for you? How do you think it's going to play for your family, your children? If the sin is not going to be punished to you, then somebody in your bloodline is going to be punished. They will hate you forever for this. This is somebody's life. And Dubane says, if Ntanzi made those confessions, what was there for him? How do you murder someone and knowing nobody saw you doing it, you volunteer? Like, for real. And go incriminate yourself at the subs. No. It makes no sense. Ntanzi must have been bewitched on that day. Never. I see no logic reason for confessing. I think he was under duress. That's, for me, I believe the under duress part. You are arrested on the 16th of June. You are not charged within 48 hours. And then on the 24th, you are making a confession of a crime you did not commit. Something was going on. I also don't believe it. Anna is laughing and says, it could only mess with the bewildered. Nelisa says, I agree. Oh my goodness, that was funny actually. That was actually funny. Oh, that was Solomon and Dubani. I'm sorry, Solomon. I'm so sorry. I could have also butchered your surname. Ooh, when the coconut comes out. Muhamedzi says, I hope I also pronounced your name correct, Muhamedzi. What was concerning for me is when Ntanzi told the magistrate that he had not bathed and was not been to court since his arrest. He further said he wanted to go to court. So in my opinion, I think he was trying to tell the magistrate something. And the magistrate, in as much as she read him section 35 of the Constitution, she should have said, wait a minute, but the same section of the Constitution says within 48 hours after being incarcerated, you need to meet the magistrate. But she continued to take the confession anyways. See, things are not adding up, people. Things are not adding up. Titus says, I smell a rat, a lawyer who offered his client? I don't get it either. What lawyer that says they have him? No. I'm not a lawyer, but there is no way me now will not fight for my client. No way. Okay, Happiness Mhlongo says, Nami ngithi big no. How come my lawyer ngizomkhulumela no is a Gininda one? Okay. I smell Gininda all over this lawyer shame. I'm sorry. That's just how I see it. That's how I see it. It's my opinion, Joe. That's how I see it. Until it is proven otherwise that we've been wrong. DJ says, Ayo, money talks. That's why there's a lot of confusion. But we all know who killed Senzo. It's very clear Longwe must just go and rehabilitated himself. I mean, Abu Jubjub are now clean. Maybe when Longwe comes out of prison, he will start his own Uyajola 99 since Mapopola cheated on him with Senzo. Lol. Messy. Mess. DJ. Charlotte says, I'm sorry, I still don't believe until if indeed it isn't Danzi. I will believe it when he tells us who sent him. Besides that, Nkabi, who made a plea bargain in KwaZulu-Natal cop killer and got 20 years, why did he not do the same? Already, the guy has spent 3 years in jail. As much as the Boer lady is a magistrate, can she really tell us she's seen anyone with bruises after being tortured? And I'm sorry, clan members, the scripts sound the same. That is, the deponent was happy to make the confession. How can you not confess when you were escorted by the flying squad who might have said to him, if you don't confess in there, we are definitely going to kill you. Something fishy going on here. Enjoy dinner, clan leader. Hope Ngomezulu question her leadership thoroughly tomorrow. Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be fireworks. I really hope it's going to be fireworks. And then we have Dipo Moses who says, what is worrisome is that the lawyer didn't sign the confession. Woo! Looks like tomorrow is going to be fire, y'all. It's going to be, I cannot wait for Ngomezulu to cross-examine this witness, honestly. Mandisa says, I am here for the notes. I share your thoughts overall. More Mr. Habulo on the carnivore diet. It's going great. And I'm glad that my host tonight understood the assignment. My goodness, you know, it's so important to understand the assignment. You are spot on about that judge. Can't wait for Vivian's cross-examination tomorrow. Mr. 89%'s very first gig. Okay, is that his first gig? Oh my gosh. You know, when I heard that he wins 89% of cases, I was like, maybe that is what the judge is like. Ooh, we have a heavyweight in the house. Oh my God, let me behave. I don't know. I'm just like. Diddy says, I was wondering why accused number 1 and 2 sit a bit distance from accused number 3, 4, and 5, etc. Meaning accused number 2 should be state witness most. No, I think because they are separated. Remember, when you are accused and then when you are accused of common purpose, you're all going to be in the same dock. I think the reason why they were separated from the other 3 is because of this process. So they created another dock for the 2. I don't know. That's just my thinking. I don't think that they have turned state witnesses against accused number 3, 4, and 5. I don't think so. I don't know. I think that's just a dock for them because they are on trial within a trial. Correct me if I'm wrong if you're in the know, please. Kesiabe Tsui says, me too, things don't add up there with the lawyer. The second last comment comes from Peace in Our Land. Doesn't make any sense. So one makes a confession, chigi, I never did. These are all lies. Gininda is busy here. Shirley Chetty says, I think the other 4 accused are gonna knock Ndanzi's head off tonight. What did he do? I don't know. Please explain yourself there, Shirley. Thank you all guys for submitting your self-appointed expert comments. Thank you guys. I'm enjoying this segment so much and I see a lot of you also are enjoying the segment. I love it for us. Guys, I think this is it. I need to go to bed. It is now approaching 3 in the morning. So if you like the video, give it a like. If you didn't like the video, give it a like. Anyways, do subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to click the bell notification so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much to everybody that is supporting the channel financially by giving me super thanks. Thank you so much, guys. Also, leave me a comment down below and let me know what do you think about the comments that you saw in this video. Also, share the video far and wide, and don't forget to smash the like button for other YouTubers and subscribe. See you next time with a new video. Goodbye, and watch the ads.